What up? Impromptu stream. Impromptu stream. Doesn't happen often. When I do, there's generally a good reason. Green. What's up, buddy? Too many downward lines. No, the downward lines are good, man. This is going to be good. I'll delete this. Don't need these here either. I'm gonna make this as clear as I can. But I wanted to get this in because I think we are going to end Q2 way richer than when we started it. Here's Corey too, by the way. First time chatter. Good to see you, bud. I left 40 IQ because it was kind of dead. Nobody ever posted in there with me. But good to see you as always. Bobby, what's up? First, not really, man. I think you're fifth. Ace 51. 50? Kind of? I don't know. Brian, what's up, brother? I usually don't do this. I usually don't just like pop in for a stream in the afternoon, but I was looking at something and yeah, I have it up on the screen right now. I'm going to talk us through it. It's fucking amazing. Like there's so many reasons to be bullish right now. I feel like I've been leaving Telegram rooms with people that are just like doomsaying. I just don't enjoy it. Because like it's just so tired. It's just so tiresome. It's all so tiresome. Okay. No, Shady, what's up? D-Base, Factual Rod. We got Brian D. By the way, Brian D, after our last stream, I was like, Brian, man, you should join the chat. Yeah, Link Marines, that's what I'm about to talk about. You should join the Discord because it's really, really good. And you seem like you know what you're talking about. Brian joined the Discord, got right into the subscriber chat. Dude is dropping fucking gems in there every single day. Every day. Spent 3 days he spent in. And I'm like, I'm so glad this guy joined. So Brian, thank you, bud. Really cool. I can already tell you this right now, before I get into why I'm streaming right now, which is because of this chart that I have on the screen, that the subscriber chat in the Discord, currently all it costs is a subscription to this. It's worth 10 times, probably 100 times what it costs to sub just by looking at trading examples. It's unbelievable. Really, really good shit. I see a ton of people in there lurking all the time. Like there's people in there watching, not talking. But it is really, really solid. By the way, there are 56 Twitch subscribers in that room. And we just talk about charts. We talk about setups. It's pretty good. Anyway. Bongo GT. Oh, I 100% lurk. But I'm just learning. It's good though, isn't it? Sunday, first time chatter. Good to see you from Telegram out here on the Twitch. Yeah, it's fun, you know. And oh, the thing is, you know, it's very easy for me to tell, Brian, and probably you too. People who know what they're talking about versus people who don't. And so getting people in who have done this a time or two that know how to like manage position size and risk, pretty rare. Pretty rare. So the more we have, the better the conversation becomes. It gets better for everyone. Mark B, what's up, brother? But anyway, I'm just going to point this out again. There's only going to be so much time that I'm going to keep that room at just a Twitch sub entry because it's just too good. It's too good. And I want to keep the quality high. So we'll see. Dope Leech, what's up, brother? All right. I really wanted to talk about this because there are so many things lining up for a hella move higher. It's getting me like I'm shaking a little bit. So I was like doing my end of day review. My nanny called off today, so I've been kind of like doing the dad thing and not paying attention as closely. And sometimes that's good. You step away for a while, and you come back and look at the charts. And like I've had this drawn for a while. Because DXY in many ways determines our fate. DXY, again, is a basket of fiat currencies, pretty much the strongest fiat currencies in the world, and DXY is the dollar index versus them. Pretty much since we got Goblin Town last May, it's been a trend up. And I have been saying all along that this area of resistance was kind of what we needed to hold for us to have a good time. And this is why I'm saying to you, I think that we end Q2 way richer than we started, guys. Way richer than we started. And it's not that the dollar is going to Goblin Town or whatever it is, but you have no idea the confluence of shit that's happening right now. So it's not just the dollar. I'm going to go through everything, but I am extremely bullish. I am risk on right now. When everyone else is saying fucking, Bitcoin's going to $12. Although if you notice, Moon Carl, that piece of shit, a few days ago posted, Bitcoin could go to 13 grand tomorrow. And then today he put out a video that was all season, gonna be amazing, coming right up. Like, this dude is a piece of shit. Anyway, let's talk about signal number one and why this matters. All right, signal number one and why this matters right here. You look at this and you go, Jared, it's just a trend. Guys, these channel tops, particularly in instruments like Forex, in stocks, in futures markets, whatever it is, I'm talking about like the ES and NQ, they are unbelievably strong. It's just not some shit that you blow past, okay? So you have, let's go to even like a higher time frame real quick. You have this very clear distribution area on DXY as like COVID was starting. It just lines up perfectly, okay? So you see this kind of area as like the main spot of resistance. And then you get this channel top. Look, it's just perfect. And we're wicking right up to the top of the channel top. And you go, all right, well, that's not that amazing, is it? Not necessarily. But guess what? Our divergence still intact. The one that we tried to hit on the other day, still intact now. So now you're getting a daily bearish divergence at the channel top, which is an extremely powerful signal, okay? Extremely. I can't even begin to talk about how powerful this shit is, all right? It's not something you take lightly. The target on that is the 50-day moving average, all right? So you see this? It's the 50-day moving average. And I previewed it before, but essentially what you want to see happen is this. And it very well may, given what we have going on. It also could just go to the channel bottom. Either way, that's well into June if we get there. And it just kind of fucks around here for a while. And that's a lot of time for us to have fun right here, okay? Either way, this happening right at the top, right now, is great, okay? The only thing that wasn't great about where we were before was the area didn't make sense when we talked about this last time, and we got literally this rinse down, and we were like, hell yeah, bro, what's gonna happen? Actually, that was right here. And then it ripped right back up. Now we're at the top. Crypto FX Trader, best TA out there, longtime fan. Hey man, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. It's just very simple stuff. So I can't even really begin to jump into it, how powerful this is. It's something I'll watch, because what you're talking about is that this doesn't hold. If you can flip this line, it means that you think that the dollar is going to go parabolic. It means that you think that we're going to be, God, I don't even know. Can you even, let me go back here. What, you think we're going to 120 on DXY? I don't know, man. Like, that's what's at stake here. You can see it on this side. What's at stake here is this resistance area giving up. I don't know. For all the we printed 6 times the amount of dollars in existence, 5 times the dollars in existence from March of 20 to now. And you think this previous resistance area, we're just going to blow through because the Fed is raising rates? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that is pretty naive. Might it happen? I guess. But the point is, if you are talking about plus expected value, which is what my name is, which is what the show is, which is what the Telegram's moving to, is what the Discord is moving to, plus expected value, you put yourself in a situation to take advantage of a set of circumstances that more than likely has an outcome in your favor versus not. Does it mean you win every time? No. You just put your back against the wall with a greater than 50% chance of winning and try to maximize that situation. That's what plus expected value is, guys. Literally, just me kind of dumbing it down in this situation. So I love what we got right now on DXY. Let's go to Bitcoin. This shit has been the easiest money I've made in a long time, since it was like bull market season. I posted the chart earlier, but we literally caught this long from 37 up to right here. I streamed on this day when it was 48.2 saying I'm hedging, we're going down. We went all the way down to the bottom side, and now you have it again. You have an ABC entry short, you have an ABC entry long, and guess what? The long was this line, was the break of this line yesterday. We got this nice rip up to the 50-day, came back down, but look at what's happening. It's holding. The pivot breakout from the 13th, 14th is holding. Again, a very bullish sign. So you have this ABC entry. If you don't know what it is, you should Google it. And it looks like we're going to challenge the 50-day. If we challenge the 50-day again, which I think we will, because, oh, by the way, Tesla beat the shit out of their earnings just now, which is going to help buoy NQ, which is how this is all kind of coming together. Well, I'm tying this as like, we're going to make a lot of money. All right. But let me get through this really quick. We get this breakout. You're at least going to see here. And in all likelihood, I think you're going to see 50 grand before the first half of May. Okay. There's a situation, like you can see now that, like, look where we are here. We're breaking out and we're the top side of the channel. Keep this in your mind. I guess I could go 2 charts, but I don't have to fuck up my settings, right? Keep this in mind. This and what I just said here. Okay. So if you talk about going from one side of the channel to the other, it's like the opposite. Okay. Bitcoin's primed to move from the bottom to the top. DXY is primed to move from the top to the bottom. Great situation to try to take advantage of. Great situation to try to take advantage of. Let's talk about the ES. S&P 500 broke its downtrend, broke through the 50-day moving average, has been challenging the 50-day moving average and holding. And moving up. Let's talk about the NQ really quick. Inverse head and shoulders pattern, as textbook as this shit gets, almost down to here. And you go, well, Jared, that doesn't look that great. It broke down through the 50-day. Yeah, well, you know what? Nobody's really trading Tesla right now. Tesla closed at 977. It's up 1030. It's literally up 5.5%. It's going to impact the NQ tomorrow. Now, might it gap up and sell down because of some reason? Yeah, maybe. But literally, this is all kind of aligning together to go, holy shit, we might get a month or 2 of some really, really great conditions. Okay? Some really great conditions. And what I would say to you is start being proactive. Start looking at things that are going to perform the best. This is when relative strength matters, okay? Brian says ES will trade above. I think you're right. It's really not that far off. It's really not that far off. And quite frankly, we had this downtrend, we broke it, we're flipping the 50. You have, you know, this kind of twin peak double top here. If we get over this, like this is your trigger, okay? This is your trigger. If you want to set an alert, I'll set the alert with you, okay? This is what I'll do. I'm going to put this right here. See this? I'm making it green, setting an alert. We're rich bitch. Boom, okay? You see that break? If you see this double top break, you're essentially going to see all of these shorters cover their asses off, because they know what happens next. This is essentially the failure back into the channel, and I'll see you at the top side. All right. That is crazy bullish. So Set your alerts like I do. Don't set your alerts, whatever you want to do. But literally, we get this double top failure. It's a double top, lower high failure. And this is one of those things that I don't talk about very often, but I feel like you guys need to listen. So many of you are new at looking at charts, and that's okay. That's why I like doing this. It's why I like having guys like Brian and Scoob and Shady and those kind of guys who have a little bit more experience than most in here talking, because yes, there are bullish chart patterns and there are bearish chart patterns. There are bullish chart patterns and there are bearish chart patterns. But do not be one of those people that does not understand that a failed bearish pattern is bullish, okay? And that's what's going on here. We are setting up a bunch of different conditions where, yes, it's not the fucking high tight flag that consolidates for weeks and then breaks out to the highest. The highs, the new highs, the fucking once a generation long that you get sometimes, right? It's not that. We're not in that situation right now economically. We just aren't, okay? But we are in a situation where fucking everybody is middle curving the fuck out of this. Everyone is middle curving the fuck out of this. You know what I mean by that? It means everyone's going like, well, we have to be fucked. Oh, that's my son changing the colors in my room. It's now pink. Anthony. Let's go back. So a failed bearish pattern equates to a bullish situation. Everyone's middle curving it. Everyone is saying it's going to zero. Bitcoin's fucked. There's no way we can do this. Growth stocks are terrible. Be the person that tries to see the other side of the trade. And that's why we use Alt-I constantly, okay? That's why we use Alt-I constantly, right? When we were down here testing this previous support, are you telling me that you wanted to long this? No. You don't want to long the inverse chart here, meaning short the lows. It's silly. We're now mid-range again. Had the test, we're rejecting. We come down here again, and you're going to see a failure to the bottom side, 5,200 possibly, which is going to be fucking awesome. Mark B says, DXY going down would mean other currencies are gaining strength relative to the dollar. No, which relevant currencies could that be? You can Google the basket of DXY. It's like 5 currencies. You can see what they are. So, ES looks good. NQ is going to get a boost tomorrow. I mean, Tesla's at, look at this. Look at this. See, this is the post-market line. It is right now gapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. It's gapping a week worth of trading. If we hold this area, I got news for you, okay? If you hold this area and you close and open tomorrow above the previous week, you're going to get a lot of short sellers covering at the open tomorrow. That's what happens. When these gaps happen, it fucks people. You have to think about gaps in the standard marketplace kind of like a breakout, because during trading hours, this would be sold and defended. A gap above means that they don't have the strength to hold it down, which means they need to close their positions. It's very, very strong. Very strong. I did call their earnings would be good. I did call their earnings would be good in the subscriber chat. It's going to gap and go, Shady. I mean, I really feel like it's going to gap and go. I really do. Now, might it not? I don't know. But yeah, the Discord's great, and it's only getting better. By the way, I do have the research team forms ready to go. I tested it, or I sent it out to a couple people in the Discord. They said they liked it, so I'm gonna get it going. But I need people who actually want to do this, who actually want to get in and make money and help and contribute towards researching alts. Part of this, if you say you want to apply to be on one of the research teams, you are going to join a conference call with me where I teach you how to research. So if you want me to teach you how to research alts, apply. If you don't, do you? If you want to join the research teams, part of that deal is getting on a conference call with me and anybody else and me teaching you how to research alts. Would you find value in me telling you what I know? It's up to you. It's up to you. Anyway, recap. DXY, channel top, daily bearish divergence. Bitcoin, channel bottom, ABC reversal, looking perfect. ES, holding the 50-day. NQ, holding the inverse head and shoulders. Tesla, gapping up tremendously after earnings. You see these things kind of coming together. Not to mention the biggest sign in the world the other day was this. Was Luna. You get Luna coming off the bottom. You get Solana coming off the bottom and holding the 50. You get Ethereum holding the 50. Guys, this is the fucking times. This is the time. This is the fucking time. Do you want to be late? Because here's what happens. You sit in your fucking echo chamber and don't listen. And then people who know what they're doing get their positions, and you know when you notice? Here. Or you go, fuck, I really should get in here. I don't know how to be any more clear than this. JD says possible reversal in rates too. TLT evening, Star will help growth names. Yeah. So bonds are doing some weird things right now, but good things, right? Like you're starting to see a little bit of a tide shift. And by the way, Dan earlier kind of called me out to say, hold in May, don't go away. You got to be head on a swivel. But even what I'm talking about right now could still happen. Could still happen and be done. Oh my God, Acorian. Acorian hasn't been back in months. I thought you were dead. Holy shit. Glad to see you're alive and well. Blink twice if we need to send help. Yeah, dude, we've been tagging you everywhere. Good to have you back. By the way, the Discord alphas, what's up? You should join the Discord. Yeah, it's good to have him back. Hope all is well. I mean, I was making jokes. I hope you didn't like come into some personal shit. No, I just made fun of it, but good to have you back. He said good night, by the way, because I assume, it's nighttime in Portugal, so. These dated monkeys, what's up, brother? So anyway, we got like 5 reasons why this should be a fucking awesome next 30 days. Might it all go to shit? Yeah, it might. It might. But that's the great thing about this, and the great thing about trading and plus expected value. Like, the idea is we have a certain set of conditions if DXY is retracing itself to the bottom of the channel. If it catches a bid and breaks out, we change our thesis. Okay? If we see this reverse, again, I'm long right now, Bitcoin. I'm long Bitcoin. This is my breakout. If we break down below the channel, I sell and go away. I sell and I go away. If Ethereum loses the 50, if Solana loses the 50, if ETH BTC absolutely breaks down this pivot level, if ES loses the 50, if NQ has a right shoulder failure, like, yeah, all I'm saying is right now the conditions are in place for this to be an unbelievable next little bit. And the nice thing about it is you don't have to sit there wondering whether or not you're right or wrong. The invalidations are perfectly clear. Corian says, saw that you were live, decided to drop by. Yes, January to February was COVID time in my place. One after the one, but everyone okay. That's great to hear, man. Actually, it's been coming around here again recently, but fine. Lately. But I know that I think Europe, parts of Asia, it's been kind of bad again. Gonna be like flu season. Yeah, I mean, this gap, 1040 on Tesla looks amazing. Come back in, bro. You know, we loved having you around. I loved your opinion because it was always different than mine. Acorian's a great trader. He understands alts extraordinarily well. Really, really solid dude. And what I like the most about Acorian is that he knows what he's talking about and he loves contradicting me. Okay? I love people contradicting me because it makes me think about my own positions. I love that shit. So I hope that you're in a place, man, where you can come back in and we can get you up to speed. If you need it. I mean, I'm sure you don't even fucking need it. take a look here. Macro crypto, gold. Gold still looks good. That kind of pisses me off. Okay, you guys kind of got some pullbacks here. Oh my God, look at the mortgage rate. The mortgage rate breaking out. All right, so that sucks. But if people are still willing to pay it because the market's recovering, who cares? That's fine. That's fine. I truly believe in my heart of hearts right now, like gun to my head, we're going to go test the 200 moving average again. That's 48 and probably something higher. So Aquarian says, cashed out most of my Luna above 100 USD, and that's basically what I did the last couple of months. Aquarian's nickname in the chat, if he's still around, is Luna Maxi, because he was on Luna. I mean, when did you first tell us about Luna, Aquarian? It was low. It was low, dude. I mean, I don't even know. You were on me about Luna, and I was like, all right, man. Yeah, Luna, that's going to be sick. And he was like, it at least had to have been like here, 38 bucks, 38, 40 bucks. It was crazy. Yeah, it probably was less. It could have been this breakout, to be honest with you. I don't remember what it was, 20, 40. All I know is that you were rich and I was annoyed. That's all I know. All I know is you were rich and I was annoyed. But good for you, man. That's a 10x, hell of a call. My update on Juno, Adam, is I am back to being bullish on Juno. But the reason why I'm back to being bullish on Juno is I see the end of the tunnel. Not to mention, we're getting like better conditions right now in the market, and that always helps. You're seeing Adam try to put in a bottom here. Adam, to be completely honest with you, looks like shit. It does. This chart looks like garbage. This chart looks like garbage. But there's too much happening that is good, that keeps people interested. Like you have the Crescent airdrop, which, by the way, Aquarian, if you didn't get it yet, you probably had something staked that qualified you for the Crescent airdrop. Crescent airdrop for me, like now $7,500, which is crazy. $7,500 just for staking to Adam. This is why Cosmos holds people's attention, because literally I've just been kind of like messing around, compounding yield, not doing much. And I log in and I was like, oh my God, $7,500. Thanks. That's like more than some people's portfolio. So you got 1K. If you did all of like the 20% releases, it could be more. It might be 5 times that. And that's apparently only half of what they're planning on releasing, which is pretty wild. Yeah. So the Adam chart looks like shit, but if you see this recovery, I don't know why I have this trend line on here. If you see this start to recover, hello, I am a BTC. You're like a singular BTC? Hello, I am a BTC. I like that name. If you start to see this recover and try to take over where like this 50 is on the 3-day and get back in and regain this trend line, you can see a rip to highs, that 40-45 area. The problem is we're running out of time on Adam, and it just isn't the darling that we all thought it would be. Yeah, Scoob said something that is a really good point. And people are actually buying the airdrops and supporting the project so they don't just dump instantly. It's true. Like I sold bot like immediately. I was like, oh good, man, $300. Apparently I could have 50x that if I had just like, you know, tried. But I didn't. Maps is a new chair. I've had this chair forever. You just don't usually see this angle. And by the way, hello, I'm a BTC. Thank you for the Prime sub. Again, if you sub, the Discord is now open. The Discord is going to have research teams. The Discord is going to be a place where you can come in, you can join the pro chat where a lot of us in there discuss our daily plans every day. It's where I post my personal setups. And then if you want to join the research teams, you know, you'll learn how I research alts, because quite frankly, if you're researching, I don't want you researching bullshit. So I will hold a conference call, tell you all exactly what shit we want you to bring if you're going to join a research team. And we pull that together. So we're going to have Ethereum, Avalanche, Cosmos, Phantom, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, and then NFTs at large. If I need something else, I'll add it. Binance Smart Chain I might pull off. So I'm not. So Aquarian says, by the Potato Lord, hello. What I feel is that this second drop just terminated the last retail that had not been wrecked from April 2021 drum. So I don't feel we have the money and interest to pump this to a second bull market leg. Seems more of a trader's market macro anyway. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm 100% fine with us going up to like 56 to 60 and then turning down again. I'm very cool with that. That's what I'm saying. Is that we can all have a very good time just ranging or carrying this trend, which has held beautifully ever since the trend break. I mean, look at this shit. This is a 3-day chart. Yeah, just for the record, I'm in no way calling for all-time highs here, guys. I'm not calling for all-time highs. I'm calling for, at the very like maximum of this moment, channel top. Just look at this shit. It is held. Pop, 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 pop. And now we're gonna go test the other side again. That's how this shit works. Even though you're right, and a lot of people did get wrecked and sentiments at an all-time low, I love that. I really do. Because everyone's expecting 20K. When's the last time when everyone was expecting 20K that it went to 20K? I mean, so it's a good question for you. Aquarian says, what do you think about Near? I'll ask you what you think about Near, because it sounds like they're just gonna pull the fucking Luna playbook. Are they gonna be able to execute Luna better than Luna did? I don't know. Maybe you can play that game twice. Maybe you can't. I do not own it. Slasher knowledge. Pump my Near bags. Yeah, Scoob has been all over Near. Hat595. Yo, thanks for being the voice of reason last week when everyone was bearish on Twitter at the bottom of the channel. Plus EV. Dude, exactly. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, are we going to be right all the time when we talk about this shit? No, we're not. But it was very easy while everybody was bullish here to short that breakdown. It is very easy here when we get this breakout over this pivot on the ABC reversal. Literally, it's the exact same fucking thing. I don't know why this keeps reverting. This is what the ABC looks like on this side. This is what it looks like on this side. That's your entry. That's your stop loss. This is your entry. This is your stop loss. Channel top, channel bottom. It has an invalidation, guys. It has an invalidation. Oh, Jared, you're fucking wrong. Great. We'll see. We'll see. If it's wrong, I close my position. You want to know why I don't give a shit? Because I don't trade on leverage. What he's saying, what Aquarian's saying is the year open, and like obviously there's too much shit on here, but year open's right here. It's this dotted line. It's the reason why I have it dotted. Okay, I'll take it off just to prove it. This dotted line is the yearly open. Yep. And it's also the previous pivots over here before the breakdown. Now, I've talked about this a lot. And I want you guys to hear me when I say this. Because this is where a lot of people get caught off guard. You think, well, Jared, there was this tremendous run from 37 to 48. If we weren't going to break the year open then, when are we going to do it? Let me tell you why. Just like every other time we've talked about pivot breakdowns, okay? People don't cut their losses, okay? People don't cut their losses. And I have not done this little diatribe in a little bit, and I feel like we have more people watching than usual. We got about 60 in here. I think we got another 10 or 15 on YouTube and probably another 20 on Twitter. So we got like 100 people watching. This is the yearly open. It's also the previous like pivot, the previous line. Okay, I'll switch to line chart to prove my point. Okay, one pivot, two pivot. People bought this because it bounced up, it came down again, they bought again. You then saw it go from 46 to 35. And you would think, and I've probably had this conversation 2 or 3 times since I've been streaming, maybe more. You would think that these people who saw these wicks of demand, when they broke down, they would have sold. But that's not how this works, okay? That's not how this works. The reason why I'm a better trader than most people is because I've lived these mistakes and I've now avoid them. Okay, that's it. I've taken classes, sure. I talked about it earlier today, but I've lived these mistakes and I don't do it anymore because people do not like to take a loss ever. So I'm going to walk you through with annotation what happens. Okay, so we have these people that longed right here. I'm long, I'm gonna be rich. They longed this pivot, saw this pop up to 50, it came back down to their entry at 46, and they doubled down. They added fucking leverage, okay? And then it broke down. And they said, no worries, man. This is just that liquidity run. It's just a liquidity run. I'm fine. It's going to snap back and it's going to take the yearly open. I'm perfectly fine. This is the brain of the person who longed here. This is just a liquidity run. I'm going to be fine. They saw this little pop up to here and said, I should probably add. When they got a little bit of a bounce. Gets to right here and they're thinking to themselves, I should probably add. This would make sense to add here. They sourced the liquidity. I should have waited, but I didn't. They got a little bit of a bounce and they said, I should probably add. But what happens? Well, they got Goblin Town after that. And so they held it all the way down here. And now you got them thinking this. Fuck. Okay? Do I close this? I got taxes in a month. What do? I probably should close it. But I'm not going to. I'm going to hold it for longer. And then you see this trend line and you see it break out. And it gets back to that area where you probably should have added. And so what do? Add again. They add again. And they go, yeah, you know what? I think this is it. I'm going to add more here. And then price reverts. And then they think about it again. Add more? Close? No. They watch this. They're seeing their accounts down. Even if you weren't levered, okay? If you were just down to here, you were down 28%. But we all know most people lever up. Okay? So you're down 28% at the lows. You keep adding, it keeps going down. And you're going through this process where you're telling yourself, oh my God, if you can just get back to this area one more time, I'll add more. Or I'll close. Or whatever it is. Okay? And so you see these people that are just like constantly don't know what to do. And so you know what ends up happening? They hold the whole time. They hold it down 28%. They add more. They compound their losses. And then the first time it gets back to their actual entry, if they never held, or if they never closed, which most of them didn't, because they should have closed here, and instead they just held it down 30%. When it finally gets back to that area where it first broke down, you know what they do? This is what they do. I'm gonna make it real big for you guys, all right? Thank fuck I'm closing break even, okay? They're saying, oh my God, thank you. I'm gonna close break even. This is amazing. Let me close break even. And that's where this resistance comes from. The reason why we failed is all these greedy assholes played the, I'm gonna pray to my God, to my creator, to the technical analysis gods, just to get back to their entry so they can close. So what do? They closed. Finally. They just held from year open until April, down as much as 30% unlevered and probably more. And then when it got back to their entry, they closed break even. You know what they did? They told all of their friends how they're an amazing trader. Yeah, dude, I had Bitcoin down at like 35, 32, 33. And yeah, I closed it out at 48 and then it rejected back down. Now it's down here. They're out of their positions. And these are the people who are all calling for Goblin Town right now. They're the ones who are saying like, this is fucked. This is all terrible. There's no way that this thing is going to go further. I got out because I'm an amazing trader. When it got back to my area after I held it down for 4 months, it got back to my break-even point and I closed. So I'm really good at trading. Now that I went back to the channel bottom, am I going to buy the higher low? Am I going to buy the fourth higher low in 4 months? No, I'm not going to do that. Fuck that. This thing's going to zero. And so we get this little run here and they're not willing to buy. Fuck that. They're not going to do that. So what ends up happening? You're going to get something like this. It's going to move to the highs and they're going to say, oh my God, okay, well, I might have missed it, but this is definitely going to zero. It's definitely going to zero. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to short because there's no way this thing's going to move without me. Let me short here. And it's going to go up and it's going to go up and it's going to go up and it's going to get to this area where they're so far underwater. They're going to talk about closing, but they won't. Because, oh my God, this is, there's no way that this thing's going to break out. And it's going to come all the way down here, back to this resistance it's flipping. And they're going to close here at break even on their short, essentially a little bit of a loss, and then it's going to take off again. All right, this is what happens. This is why traders are hilarious to watch, because you can see them buying all the wrong times. And so maybe they'll buy the retest, maybe they won't, maybe they'll close it, maybe they won't. But I'll tell you this much, next time there's a face melting rally, they are the fucking top buyers, because people don't have rules. People long and people don't like pain. People don't want to take losses. And so they do irrational bullshit, okay? Like obviously I just added a bunch of narrative into this because you think like there's no way, but I guarantee you that there's 100 people or so watching this right now. 20% of you have done exactly what I just described. Okay? So the reason why the year open rejected when we got back to there is because there was motherfuckers that were underwater for 4+ months that finally got to close their positions. And guess what? They're going to be our top buyers too when we're all getting short or out of the market. So keep that in mind. Next time you think, I'll just hold this a little bit longer. There's no way I'm wrong. And then you essentially spend time justifying to yourself. You explain to yourself how you're going to tell your wife or how you're going to tell your family or whatever it is. Don't be that guy. Use your invalidation, close your position when it makes sense. And then move on. Do you understand how many times I've closed positions for more than my salary when I worked? For a loss? Part of the game, man. Next play. Next play. Who cares? Who fucking cares? It's next play. If you have a consistent system that you stay honest to, then it's just being consistent. And Acorian says stop losses will be the liquidity. It absolutely will. It absolutely will. GMT. Everybody's been talking about this. Oh my God. Why is GMT up like this? The technical says strong buy over here on the right, so I don't know. Tesla after hours, 1032. It's good. Is that it? Yikes. Anyway, that's why, guys, to finally put a pin on this, and then we'll move on or be done. If you guys have questions, let's let them rip. But the reasons why pivots reject like this the first time it gets back there is because these assholes held and now they're closing at break even. It's the same reason why resistance a lot of times becomes support. Top 35 plays right now. I mean, look, I do not look for low cap bullshit. I really don't. I try not to. Every now and again, you see something that's different, but I like AVAX. I like Solana having burnt a lot of this off. Not for some crazy run, but I could see it run up to here again. Challenge 200 day or higher. If they get past this pivot, this 200 day is probably not going to matter. So it'll rip all the way through. The next logical point's like 170. Luna should continue to have a nice run, but it's getting harder and harder to not want to short the highs of it. I do like STG. Solana does disappoint, but you know what, Akorian? It's been disappointing while everything else was ripping. Yeah, I think Juno is going to have a tremendous Q2. Yeah, so I talked to Primo today about some of the FUD around STG, and I posted it in the Telegram. It's all dumb. STG is gonna be fun. Akorian says, with so much built on it, Solana should have held better. Yeah, you're probably right. But that said, like, they were the first ones to run. If you remember, during this whole period up, like, Solana was ripping when everything else wasn't. Like, Solana was what kind of started the comeback after the May failure last year. Okay, like May of last year, when everyone was like, "Oh my God, we're fucked." Like, Solana was $50, and like it came back first and kind of pulled everything with it, so it exited first. It makes sense that Solana will be one of the ones to lead again. And if you look at the chart, it makes sense. Like, look at this. You're actually seeing that, like, this is all burnt off. We had our divergence long, and it's holding. Mike, MNM77, what's up? Yeah, Solana has also had a ton of technical difficulties. You're 100% right. It has, and it annoys me because it feels like they continue to step on their own dick, much like Evmos. Somebody chirped at me that, like, Evmos was going to be the key to, like, the renaissance on Cosmos, and I was like, yo, man, Evmos just needs to learn how to not fuck up. Evmos can learn how to step one foot in front of the other without stepping on its own foot, then that should be a win. And I know it's supposed to launch like next week, but I don't have any faith in that. I will give my update on Juno in a second. I just feel like I talk about Juno all the time, so I'll get to it here in a moment. What was the other thing? STG. Oh yeah, Joe on AVAX. Joe's going to be $5, maybe $8. I think it's $1.30 right now. If you look at the emission schedule for Joe, what they're doing with VE Joe, what they're doing with S Joe, there are way too many catalysts that should send that thing flying if we get the period that we talk about. So I think STG is going to be big. I think Joe's going to be big. And then obviously quite a few other ones as well, right? Osmo looks like shit, and I love it because Sunny sucks. Adam, The funny thing about Adam is there's just no real reason to own it yet. There will be, but not yet. All right, others. Juno. Okay, real quick. So it's pretty clear to me that the people who are going to sell have sold on Juno, and all we need at this point, STG is Stargate. That's layer 0, Corey. And you were around when I was talking about layer 0 a long time ago. Stargate is essentially the ability to bridge from chain to chain with zero slippage at any time. They already have like every major chain, and they're adding in Cosmos and one other one like in the next week, which is pretty crazy. Kind of like, yeah, I guess. But they're going to start doing things like Stargate is going to add its own layer of DeFi that's moving between different chains. It's fucking crazy. Okay. It's going to be crazy. So yeah, very bullish on Stargate, layer 0, what they're doing. Okay, so it's Sol and Cosmos. Yeah, those are pretty good deals. Mark B says, how can I join the subscribers channel in Discord? Yeah, so if you subscribe and you go into Discord, yeah, you have to connect your Twitch account to your Discord profile. It's under settings. It's under connections. Settings, connections. You can add in that and it will automatically give you the server privileges or whatever to join the sub channel. So, pretty easy. Picking winners versus getting the main bridges. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's going to be STG because, again, it's essentially zero slip, which is crazy. One of the benefits of sub on Discord, you get access to the subscriber room, which is the only place where I talk about my positions, where I give specifics, where I post news early, and then also like me, Scoob, Brian joined in there, a bunch of other people all give our setups with a little more detail, and you can kind of see us go back and forth in greater detail. So I've been DM'd by quite a few people that watching us kind of interact and talk about what we're doing in trading has been very, very helpful for those who are trying to learn. But really, like the main benefit is it's the only place that I am going to share my exact setups and position sizes. Nowhere else. Not that I really care. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to find a way to pay back to subscribers. It's free to subscribe if you have Prime. Okay, so how much are you asking? That's $4 a month. Okay, or whatever. And if you boost the Discord, you get the same thing. So I don't feel like I'm asking a lot. $4 or free. And it's where we talk about our actual position sizing. So, you know, I put in there that I had purchased an additional 17,000 Juno when I did, which I did recently. And I think Juno is primed. I started going down that path and got kind of taken off topic, but I do think that Juno is kind of put this bullshit behind it. You can tell like the community continues to vote down every stupid ass prop that CCN puts in. I think we're very, very close to a prop 20 coming out where the team is going to say, all right, we're going to move all of their holdings into a smart contract. We can figure out the bullshit later. It's going to stop their daily emissions. It's going to stop anyone giving a shit, and we move on. You also have Raw going live in 11 days. So you have their own DEX rewards and incentives going live in 10, 11 days, whatever it is, the start of May. And a lot more, many more projects actually starting up. The point is, as soon as Prop 16 was launched, you knew we were going to go through some bullshit. That's what I said. I was selling my daily yield. That sucks. But you'll be ready for the next one. Just like Crescent. Like I staked to Adam in October. As far as I know, that hadn't really done a lot for me. But then I got $7,500 like this week, which is crazy. Which is crazy. D-Base, thank you for the sub, my brother. Seriously, most of you have Prime. It shouldn't cost you anything. So give it a go. Only thing with Juno is a lot of late longs going to sell between 30 and 40 when they break even. Maybe. I mean, you're right. I just wonder if those people, if you were holding and not staking, I imagine you would have held already. So the people you're talking about, like, did they stake? Because if you staked and you didn't unstake, then they're not going to be able to sell then either. So I'm curious if those people already capitulated. Maybe not. Let me see if I can pull up the chart really quick. By the way, Akorian, if you're still around, not sure if you have seen the advanced charting metrics on Osmosis, but it's amazing. Starting to turn the cruise ship on the daily. Starting to turn the cruise ship. Right where you'd expect it to. Came back down. Most people sold who could. I have Amazon Prime, but couldn't figure out how to sub with it. Apparently you can't do it on mobile, Dan. I think you have to sub with Prime on a desktop. Like you have to connect your Prime account to Twitch. I've never done it. Okay, I don't really know. But I mean, these people are already unloaded. Who's left to sell? The reason why Juno had this run to begin with. The reason why Juno had this run to begin with is because there was no opposition party. There was no opposition party. And really, they created their own opposition party with the way that this bullshit was handled. Was it ever going to be handled well? No. But did it have to be done this poorly? Probably not. But yeah. Look at that. If you want too long, that's where you long. The people that were doubting, the people, this is good. The people that wanted to get out, got out. If you're staked, you've been compounding. So I'm not really like, you know, those people sold. Thanks, my guy. Our number 3 sub deliverer. Thank you, sir. So yeah, I mean, I think at the very least, you're going to see it run to like 20, 25 bucks. You're right. There could be some resistance around there, but yeah, this is the kind of rinse off that you need to have happen to kind of reset things. Oh shit. Look, he's back. Look at that. Akorian jumps right into the number 2 slot again. He was number 2 for a while, and then he came in. So there you go. Akorian just gifted 10 subs. So all of you that were just gifted 10 subs, you can also join the Discord. You can join the Discord. You can connect. You can be a part of the subscriber chat. You can join. You can connect. You can see if it's worth it because Akorian just dropped 10 subs. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you as always. I bet not even half will join. Yeah, you're probably right. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Cheers indeed. Making up for the time he was out. I hope you're back, man. Very, very cool. I mean, you know, spreading the wealth. Literally, Akorian drops dimes all the time, man. He drops dimes all the time. Really, really impressive on his sense of the marketplace. Oh, this right here. Right now, unfortunately, just Crystal Light. I did actually go to lunch today and have a few margaritas. I have no problem saying I enjoy a good margarita. All right, it is what it is. I like margarita. I like tequila. Have a good time. It was like 11:45, and I was like, yeah, I'll do a margarita. Wait, they're half off today. Let's do it. Pretty funny. Oh yeah, the Discord link. Invite people. Edit. All right, we'll put. This is good for 6 hours. Copy link. There you go. That is the Discord link to get you in. So get in, connect your account, see if you like it. Again, I get pretty positive reviews from people saying like, yeah, you know what? It's nice seeing you guys who know what you're doing talk about this stuff. So if you like it, great. If not, that's fine too. Overall, though, suffice to say, guys, I'm very bullish near term. Yeah, so this is literally on Osmosis Sunday. If you go into Osmo and you just look at like Juno, which this is not the right price, by the way. I just haven't refreshed it. I had it open. You click open expert chart and it will actually bring up like the full charting history with all the trading view profiles. As much as I hate Osmo and I hate Sunny, which I do. And I mean that. I've invited him on this show to say, look, come on the show. I'll tell you why I hate you. And you can respond to it. And then he ghosted me. Because he actually was in my DMs when I was talking shit about him a lot on Twitter. Anyway, I know it's mean, but he's a next level piece of garbage. I mean, he sucks, man. He is the most subversive, opportunistic piece of shit. Dude, I can't get into it right now. You see, you guys almost got me again. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. So let's get down to lower time frames. And by the way, I forget who it was last time. A Korean chief researcher is here. Brian D, I hate Sonny. Mayor, all my homies hate Sonny, including Kaz. Kaz doesn't hate anyone. Kaz is super nice. I kind of explained to Kaz why I hate Sonny as much as I do. He's like, man, fuck Sonny. Do you know if you can get Kaz to not like somebody when he's like legit the nicest cat on earth? Pretty bad. So I should have shielded this a long time ago, but the person who was asking like, what's the way that you can get better at TA? Spaceman BTC key level. It's free on TradingView. And you can, it literally gives you like everything that you need in here. I don't know why this is not pulling in my, I don't want Monday mid. I have this custom. So I have the TradingView desktop, and then I have this. I only ever share my browser with you guys. But yeah, you can see the daily open, the Monday high, the previous weekly high, the previous weekly low, Monday low, previous monthly. I mean, like the yearly open. It's really nice to have this stuff up when you're checking if you're trying to get better at TA, because you can see where things react. Like we tried to get into the previous weekly high and we rejected. Okay, yeah, fine. And you can really start to watch how these levels react. There's a lower time frame one as well, but if you just search Spaceman BTC, it should give you a pretty good idea. Regardless, we got this breakout. We're holding this breakout area, and if you see us take out the highs from today, 42.2, I'll see you at 44. Like it's gonna be a rocket ship. It's gonna be a rocket ship. No traffic, spreading the love. Mark B says, Jared, if Juno's bullish again, do you think Netta will outperform it? I actually don't. Okay, I actually don't. Because there was so much damage that was done to Juno with this whole CCN thing. The store of value on Juno doesn't really matter because people need to fall in love with the chain again. People need to have faith in the team again. People need to see things moving forward. Okay. And then you start to see things building and go, okay, a store of value on Juno makes sense. Let's talk about some of the utility with Netta. Really, the biggest casualty of the CCN drama was Netta. It was. So, you know, Frosty Sun. Hey, bud, did you hear about Quantify? I don't know what that is. No. JP, what's the current bear case for Juno? I mean, I guess the largest bear case for Juno right now is that the team lacks the intestinal fortitude to do what needs to be done with CCN. After that's done, the people who are going to sell have sold, and we go back to a zero opposition party trading scenario, which is how we fucking 5x'd when Bitcoin went down 50% from this period. Okay, remember? November was the high for Bitcoin. You had this little rip down here, $7. We went from 7 to 47 while Bitcoin was cutting in half because there was no opposition party. Prop 16 created an opposition party. Those people have all sold. Now we're back testing this breakout level, which broke out, tested, boom, rip. So we're back at that key area. We remember it was when you shilled it to Lucky Us. Yeah, dude, look. That's why I want to get these research teams rolling. I want to find the next Juno. You know what I think the next Juno is? Juno. But hopefully we can get this thing going really well. I see new people jumping into the subscriber chat. We got Asher in there, a few others. Bongo, Artisan, Asher, N7. Very cool. Next spell would be better. Dude. Yeah, you're right. We were talking about Spell when it was like nothing. Spell was like a 50x. No, dude, we've had so many fucking bangers on this show. It's unbelievable. Spell, Onyx. Onyx was like an easy 10x. It's been nuts. Yeah, Lachlan, no joke. This is the time. Kaz and I were talking about this literally yesterday. Like, how many people are like, dude, is this it on Juno? This is what everybody was bitching about wanting to get. They wanted the second chance. This is the second chance. So take it. Take the second chance. Or don't. I don't care. Yeah, man. STG and Joe. Very, very good. All right. 41.5. You saw... This is what I'll leave you with, and then I gotta go. Because it's past 5 o'clock. Well, it's about to be 5 o'clock. I gotta make dinner. Etc., etc. They tried to jam it here and couldn't. Brian D, I more than doubled my Juno bag last night. Good guy. Good guy. Frosty Sun, man, I don't know who you are, but it sounds like you're here to shill something, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So you know what? I'm giving you a timeout for the rest of the show. You can come back later, but I don't want you to talk anymore because it sounds like you're just here to shill shit, and that's not what we're about. They tried to jam it. They tried to jam it. That's right. Scoop says it right. The Bears are weak. The Bears are weak. So you're going to see the people that sold this level cover their asses off when it happens. Mark my fucking words. We must attack the highs. Dude, we're going to attack the highs because of this. Where did it close? Did it tell us? Okay, it's at 10:20 right now. Watch tomorrow morning. It's going to be wild. But they took a run at it, and they couldn't. That's very good. DXY. Looks like a bag of dicks. Great. ES. Holding. NQ. Holding. Pretty good stuff, guys. Pretty good stuff, as always. All right. I'm going to do my usual sign out. We got 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Any last questions? If you were just gifted a sub from Acorian, join the Discord. Connect your Twitch account. Jump into the subscriber chat where we have detailed discussions about trading, about alts, about where we enter positions, how we exit positions, and you can get insight into trading that you probably have not seen anywhere else. Boosted the disc. Thank you, my brother. I don't really know what boosting does, but I feel like we could use it. So I'll try to find a way to be able to do that. Appreciate you boosting. Hello, I am a BTC. Awesome stream. Thank you. Join the Discord. Yeah, I need to get a bot in here to be able to do that. There you go. Thank you, everybody. This is fun. Extra emojis. See you guys.